It's Saturday morning, 7 p.m. right? Clearly I'm in a good mood. I don't usually go to the gym on Saturdays, but we did it today. And so, since we did it today, we were disciplined. And we was about that action. We're about to treat ourselves to a TJ Maxx trip. Let's go. Y'all saw what I got. Y'all know I don't cook on the weekends. I'm about to pick up lunch. I gotta figure out what we're gonna eat for dinner. So, I'm tired. I really want to take a nap, but my kid does not, so we need to make some coffee. I found this cookie butter syrup at TJ Maxx earlier. I'll make us a nice little junky drink to try to make it through the day, okay? Happy Sunday. The house is still asleep. We love it, we love it, we love it. I'm not at as early as I normally try to plan for because I was up about 3 o'clock. So I set alarms for like 7:30, 8 o'clock. So it's now 8:15. I'm starting my day now. Last week, I just took my time getting back in the swing of things. I was gone for 3 days and it was so different not being a mom, not being a wife, not having to think about stuff, and then coming back. And I have started making myself start my mornings with a cup of tea before I jump straight into coffee. I think this is week 3. So yeah, spent last week just getting back in the swing of things. My son did end up catching a cold, so one day he stayed home with me, which it worked out because one of his, I got him a new busy book. Sometimes it's not so much you need a new toy, you just need to change the way it looks. Yeah, rest is necessary too. So like, yes, vlogging is wonderful, and yes, I want to tell the story of, you know, what happened in Denver and all of that. And yes, it's been a week since I've gotten back, but also like rest is necessary. You know, being a Christian content creator, right? That's the word that people are using. I'm realizing that what consistency looks like for me is not what consistency looks like for others. And I'm also learning to be okay with that, because it is consistency to be obedient. If you got out of God's will, you wouldn't be being consistent. And sometimes God's will looks like resting. Sometimes God's will looks like stepping away from something. Sometimes God's will looks like slowing down. Sometimes God's will looks like something that causes you to not be consistent in the way other people are, where they're posting on a certain day every week. That is consistency for them. Consistency for me looks like leaving room for whatever it is I need to do. I might need to pivot in what I'm sharing. I might need to spend more time with my family than at this computer. I might need to spend more time with my son than having a camera in his face. That's consistency to me. Consistency to me and my life may look different from other people's, and that's okay.
Trash, but that's an asteroid the size of, or the name.
Okay, I'm taking a mental break right now because I'm writing an essay for my class, and the words are starting to become repetitive. We're reflecting on the course and everything that we've learned up to this point, and we're actually relating it to our academic path as a whole. So college, early college, high school, even that space in between. So that's what I've chosen to focus on, and how I'm choosing to bring everything together. And I started out my essay with explaining how when I went off to college, I had this expectation of myself, and things didn't pan out that way, which ultimately led to me kind of seeing myself as a failure. And some may say that that was failing, but I've chosen to look at it for the good that it was, because had I not experienced it the way that I did, I would not have learned things about myself, like my learning style, what fits me the best, how I learn the best. But I also wouldn't have been able to have this life experience that helped me to fine tune my passion, which has ultimately led me to be more motivated and has helped me to focus even more going back to school at the age of 32. Because what? Who thought about that? Not me. Having that reflection just got me thinking about how when we're initially pursuing something, instead of focusing so much on what we want the outcome to be, if we entered into these pursuits with more of an open mind to say, okay, one way or another, I'm leaving here with something. No, one way or another, this is going to teach me something that I'm going to be able to carry with me in life, through life. So that taught me one of the lessons in expectations, if I'm being honest, but I couldn't see it back then because I could only focus on how much of a failure I felt like I was. The people that I went off to school with, they completed their degrees in the allotted amount of time. And then here it was me, I had to start back over. And it's funny because now that I'm in my 30s, I don't want to say now that I'm an adult, but yeah, now that I'm an adult, right? Now that I'm a mom, now that my worldview has expanded, right? Beyond myself, beyond what I'm familiar with, and I see other people living their lives their way, I'm realizing that I wasn't the only one. Number one, I used to feel like, oh, woe is me, I made this big mistake because my life journey, my college experience doesn't look like theirs, right? But also two, life, man, like it's gonna look different for everybody. So I can look back on that experience and be grateful for what it taught me, be grateful for having this full circle moment in my life where I'm going back to something, I'm going back to what I abandoned, I'm going back to what I failed at, quote unquote, but now I'm going back more sure, more clear, you know what I mean? I know exactly what I'm going for. I'm able to continue to push myself and motivate myself. Yeah, this is the first course and all the things. We still got some time. Still got some time. But the load of failure, I won't say it's gone completely, but it doesn't feel so heavy. And that's nice. That's really nice. But yeah, everything don't have to be deep, but some things just are. So I wanted to share that while I take a brain break for a moment. They want 250 to 500. I'm gonna give them 3 and call it a day. Call it a day. We're gonna try to squeeze out 350. Help me, Jesus. Y'all, I said 350, we hit 340. And we're gonna leave it at that. All right, y'all, so done with my schoolwork. Now it's time for me to go tap in with my family because they are doing it. They're having the time of their lives in there, you hear me? And I want to have fun too. Talk to y'all later. All right, y'all, mad close. It's all right. We'll figure it out. But we're about to take a family trip to Walmart. Oh, we had a shooting at our Walmart on Valentine's Day. So it's been a few days. I think the coast is clear. But we're going together. You know, my husband keeps his tool. I'm glad. I feel safe and protected when he has that tool on him. Y'all know I don't cook on the weekends, and we had our fun. Now it's time to get back on track, okay? But yeah, come with us to Walmart. Okay, y'all, so we're back. I'll just show y'all what we got. So we bought the little fella something new, something I've been looking at for some time now, but never bought it until now. So I'm gonna go get it out of the garage and introduce it to him. I'm thinking he's gonna be excited about it. What do you think, buddy? You wanna check it out?
No.
Yeah, open please. All right. Safety first, thank you, watch out. Whoa. You want to play by yourself? So that went the way that I expected it to go. He likes to explore on his own. So I'm gonna let him explore for a little while I look up some ways to like build like an obstacle course situation for him, because I want to use his nugget couch with that board, balance board, to give him obstacle courses, give him something to do to burn that energy. Yeah, did Daddy do that for you? I just did all of this talking about making a matcha and how I was up at 4:20. Normally this is my alone time, but I have a guest. Where the video at, sis? I don't know. Last week I went to Dunkin' Donuts, told my stomach up. So we won't be going back because we got matcha at home. We don't need anything aesthetically pleasing. We need something to give us a little Real quick, let me holler at y'all. These companies that make these magnetic letters, can you release a set of just numbers so we can actually do numbers? Just saying. All right, we're gonna attempt this angle. Probably not gonna like it, but whatever. Weeks ago, maybe a couple months ago, I reached a point where I didn't realize that this was religion at the time, but I just reached a point in my faith walk. In order to keep you humble, God has to allow you to experience certain situations. So when I went to Denver, among the prayers that I prayed for protection and provision, I also prayed that the Lord would just encounter me in a way that I hadn't experienced in a very long time. I relied on what I was familiar with, which was journaling and worship. And I said, I'm gonna, turn on some worship music, worship the Lord, and he's gonna give me something to write. It'll be like old times. That didn't happen. Yes, I worshiped. Yes, I had a beautiful moment of worship in my hotel room. My plan was to take my journal to Red Rocks when we went. Didn't take it. So here it is. We get out there. This woman starts singing Goodness of God. No journal, no music, unforced intimacy. I encountered the Lord in a way that I could not have planned for, in a way that I wasn't anticipating. Because remember I said I was relying on what was familiar. And he did speak to me, but not in the way that I thought he would. One of the thoughts that I had was, disciplines are good, disciplines are necessary. But we can't be so dependent on the disciplines that it actually becomes a hindrance to our intimacy. If God is all seeing, all knowing, we can't put him in a box. So we can't box him into the disciplines that we're accustomed to. Reading our word, reading devotionals, see, like the routine, because he truly can meet you anywhere. So when I said that I had slipped into this religious mentality and this religious heart posture, I mean, I had gotten so reliant on the routine, the doing. And it's not to say that, hey, sticking to your program means you'll never encounter God. That's not what I'm saying. We just can't be so reliant on that we actually hinder God from encountering us and showing us something new. Him encountering me out there, it restored my faith in a way that I didn't know I needed. I didn't realize I wanted. I didn't realize I needed. I wasn't expecting. And we have to leave room for that. Surrender has not been so easy for me for the last 3-4 months, I think. I haven't been surrendering the way I needed to. Everybody wants to do ministry. Everybody wants to have a word, get a word. Everybody wants to receive a word. Everybody wants favor. Everybody wants to be an influencer, a Christian influencer. With all of that comes some testing, comes some pruning, comes some sanctification, and it don't feel good. I can be thankful and appreciative of the fact that God loves us so much that he will literally say, I won't let you continue in this way anymore because you're missing the point. I won't let you continue to have this critical heart or critical mindset towards yourself, others, or even myself. So I'm going to deal with that in you. He loves us so much that he will stop the press, close the curtains, and come to us with such love in order to correct us. if the Lord that we're seeking, the God that we follow, never convicts us, corrects us, never changes our heart, never adjusts our priorities or shifts our perspectives and our mindsets, and if we're always getting what we want, if we always know what's happening, who are we really following?
Your Valentine.
Good morning, people. Listen, it's early. It's not that early, but it's morning time, okay? Clearly. The house is still sleeping. It's almost 9 o'clock. I have to go and wake them up because my husband is on school duty today, which means that we are going to the gym and we are going to take our time. So yeah, I'm about to go wake the boys up so they can get their day started, so I can get my day started. I don't have like a major plan for today, just more so go to the gym, do my time, okay? And I have a meeting with my son's teacher at 1:30. I think it's just gonna be a quick meeting, nothing major. And as always, I have tons of editing to do, but I also have some schoolwork to get done. So the plan is to take the iPad with me today while I'm out and about. See what that's hitting for. I don't usually do that, but something about having a new case on that John just make me feel like she'll be all right to come outside today. Anyway, let's go wake the boys up. Go put your cup away. That's the first thing we do, put our cup away. What's up, chat? We are in the car. We're about to make our way to the gym. Daddy's on drop-off duty today. It's a good man, Savannah. Gym, home, meeting at the school. That's what's on the agenda today. This is the drink of the day, and we got a little snack.
Inflexible with family, does that make me?
This time, the food is not for the kid. The food is for that man. Everything he do for me, that man said, I'm hungry. I didn't have a plan. I didn't cook. So I said, what you want? I have to clear my phone yet again. I'm like, girl, what are you doing? What are you doing that you keep running out of space? It is 12:30. I have a meeting at the school at 1:30. It's about a 30-minute ride. So I got 20 minutes to get food in my belly, wash my tail, and get out of this house. My new watch bands came. Very excited about them. We're gonna make it work. They gave me cilantro lime sauce. I knew I should have checked that bag thoroughly before I left, but it's okay. Can't go wrong with honey mustard, right? And I need to check in to my class real quick. Pause. Okay, so the meeting got canceled, so I didn't have to go anywhere. Me and my little I was able to kind of kick it for a little while. Glow courtesy of you, okay? So I'm about to sit here. We editing, y'all. So we are in the car now, headed to school. He skipped breakfast, I skipped breakfast. I let him sleep in this morning. He needed the sleep apparently because he slept till the very last second. I had to wake him up. So I made sure he has extra in his lunchbox since he did skip breakfast. That goes without explanation. So yeah, I'm gonna drop him off at school and then I'm going on a me date So I'm listening to the sit down talk with Kier and Noemi. I gotta figure out where I'm gonna settle at, but I need to return a sweater to TJ Maxx because I just decided I don't want it. So yeah, we're gonna hit TJ Maxx. I want to also see if they have a blazer in there as opposed to the sweater. And then we're going to go sit down somewhere. Gonna sit down somewhere. Hi, good morning. My name is Arnicia. I just did a mobile order. Thank you.
Have a nice
You too. Oh my God, that's so good. Yeah. If we could watch our life story, we would make more sense to ourselves. If we could watch our life unfold from an objective perspective, we would be able to understand ourselves in a greater capacity. That is so true.
Put this right here just so it doesn't accidentally spill on the computer. Thank you. Like,
we're going to pick up my little fella. I had to bring a book to the library. I had to buy another one of these because my son ripped one of the pages, and y'all know how the library do, okay? But thankfully, they were gracious enough to say, hey, since you're paying for a new book, you could just keep this one. So she took the barcode off of it and scratched out like the base name and stuff like that. Scratched out the base name. So I bought a book. I mean, it's used, but I bought one. I paid full price for it, but I bought one. Nah, just kidding, but yep, we're going to get the boy. Good job. All right, so pick up, got my little fella. Giving him just a little bit of screen time, mostly so he'll stay awake on the way home, because I don't think I want him to take no nap. What's up, chat? I have not checked in with you guys in a couple of days, and I'm sorry. It is now time to wrap up the vlog, okay? We're working on closing out the vlogs now, so this is me closing it out. So I'm gonna have to just recap what my week looked like, to be honest, because I have nothing else. I have nothing. I am in a good mood, clearly. I've been up for maybe about an hour now. So let's catch up, guys. The kid was out of school on Monday. So we hung out in the house. I did his hair, if I'm not mistaken. He was up very early that morning. And we were just making it. So hair day for him. Had some packages come in, which worked out perfectly. Got him some puzzles and things. And yeah, we just had a chill day on Monday. Nothing major, nothing to report, just a chill day. Tuesday, I did vlog, so you guys have seen Tuesday. Wednesday, we went to the gym. We had a lovely time in the gym. After the gym, yeah, I was supposed to have a meeting with his teacher. That did not happen. Picked up lunch. We ended up having a bubble party. His new bubbles came. We pulled those out. He loved that bluey bubble wand. Oh my gosh, he loves it. I like it too. I just don't want him to tear it up before the summertime. Thursday we played hooky. Yes, Thursday we hung out with Dad. Dad had an appointment in Columbia. So we went to Columbia with him. Had Chick-fil-A for breakfast. Hit up a couple of stores. Came right back home. Nothing major. Friday morning I was able to get up by myself. Yes, I was able to get up by myself. Get some stuff done Friday morning. And I ended up going to Baker's Sweets, which is it's a bakery spot here in our town. They also have like a little restaurant. So I went in there. I had a gift card from my birthday last year that I never used it. So I dropped my son off at school and then I went there for a solo lunch. I had some lion's mane before I went. Baby, normally I have to do my schoolwork in chunks. I got a little bit of an attention situation, okay? But took the lion's mane before I went. I breezed straight through it. I got everything done in an hour, which to you that might not be a big deal, but for me, that's a big deal. I had an event. I had my first speaking event being an autism advocate. That was really nice. I really enjoyed doing that. It was a very nice experience. I enjoyed it. I already said that. I met Miss Ursula O. Robinson. She played the mother in Tyler Perry's Divorce in the Black. I met her. She was so funny. Her personality was just so vibrant and so beautiful. Oh my gosh. It made the experience, it made the event even that much more lively. So yeah, I had a good time. Yesterday made 1 full year of my son like being officially diagnosed with autism. And people do like these celebrations of like diagnosis days. I didn't do that. But I did get emotional because I looked at where we started last year, even like right before he got diagnosed, and where we are now. And I can see growth. I can see progress. I can see where his strengths have gotten stronger and where his weaknesses have also gotten stronger. I can see where my perspective has shifted. I can see where the load and the weight that had been on me has lifted. I can see where we still have some, still have a way to go. We're 4 years into this parenthood journey, and we're 1 year in with this diagnosis, which a diagnosis doesn't determine anything, and a diagnosis is not as defeating as it seems when you first get it. I now see that. And also, I can't negate the fact that a diagnosis does change or impact your life in certain ways that you kind of just have to navigate. You have to roll with it. You have to go with it. Yeah, I got a lot of information at the event yesterday that I am looking into. Some stuff that I'm jumping on that immediately, but then other stuff I'm like, let me research this on my own. Let me just see if it works for my family, my kid. Go from there. Oh, yes, I went to a baby shower on yesterday. My college roommate friend, okay, she's having a baby. So in college, there were 4 of us. We were tight. She's the last one out of the 4 of us to get married, and she's also the last one out of the 4 of us to have a baby. That was my recap of the week. I know. I owe y'all some virtue vlogs. They're coming. So I'm about to do my schoolwork while I watch Noemi. I love her YouTube channel. Girl, I'm so glad you did this. Kier had said in one of the podcasts, like, y'all look at me and y'all see therapists, but like, come on, man. Like, I want normal questions. And Noemi sharing more of her life is like, they live a normal life. Like, Kier ain't about to be no vlogger, but he got enough on his plate. But like, this gives you a glimpse into their life and how even therapists who have all this wisdom and all this knowledge and all this perspective, they still live a very real life, bro. And I think that's helpful for me pursuing this degree. I'm able to manage my expectations of myself and manage my expectations of my life. Like, okay, you can be educated and you can have the degree. And also, if your house is not perfect, it's okay. I gotta stop talking because I got work to do, okay? I'll check in with y'all when we start the new vlog. As always, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your support. I appreciate your support. Thank you for coming along for the journey. I hope that with every vlog you get something that you need out of it, whether it's realizing that you also live a normal life and it's completely okay, or you get something deep. Everything don't have to be deep, but some things just are. I'll catch y'all in the next one.